recording started. I'm trying to create my log file. So what I have given here, once my services is going to be started, right? Services, once I will take the services, I want to type into my log file like this script has been started execution, something like that, right? So something I want to write in this way. So what I will do, I have added the add content function here. So what is that add content function? Just I will go and I will just copy this line and I will go to the next one. I just pasted here add content. So what is this status of the log? Where it is log file, and there will be one file status underscore log. Log. I will delete this. All are the old class, whatever I was teaching. Day 3 log. No, it is not day 3. Here it will be log. And I will delete this all simply. Why? It is here. Lot of things I have learned last class. Okay, I have executed this, right? This time what I'm going to do, I'm going to execute this content. Once I will execute, what happened? One file has been generated now, and inside that it is written script has started execution, right? Go on, don't see the date and all. This is not taking current date, that what value was there before, it is taking that. But in that it is written into the log file, script has been executed, right? So what is going to be happen in this? Once it will be go for here, it will be go and it will print this value to your log file, right? Correct or wrong? Correct. So next line you will write date. What is the current date? Means you will be able to find out what time your script has been started. So next things you have it adding here, making automatic mode and starting the services. So that also you are going to add. So you will come to know what work is performed by my SQL server, means my PowerShell, right? So you understood, this is the add content is used for adding the content. If I'm going to execute one more time, what will happen? It will append, it will be override. It is going to be override the value, right? Okay, one more example I will tell you here. Instead of add content, if I will go and if I will write set content, you know, set content is also used for set content. What it is going to do, it is going to append the value. If I will go and if I will run 2 3 4 times, what is going to be happen? It will be, no, it is also overwriting the value, right? So I will delete this. So this is also same thing it is going to do. It is also just overwriting the value. Got it? Got it. So now what I'm going to do here, I having this all detail, I want to write into my log file, right? But if I will execute this script, whether this will work or not, tell me these things. Where is the problem where we will get this? Any problem in this script if I'm going to execute, whether this will give the correct result? Okay, we'll see that. So what is there? It is, if it is stopped, it's making the automatic mode. It is the start the services, and then again it is automatic. It will start the services. Just what I'm going to do, I'm just stopping the services. I'm not making that disabled. So just I will stop. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just executed this script. This is going, and this 3, it is done. It is not displaying any result. It's went here. Where is that log file? Day 3 log. It's went for day 3 log. And if I'm going to do, see here, it is giving some of the result, right? It is writing, it is starting the script. It is given here, right? Then it is giving that. So what thing I was printing, it is giving here. Just 1 second, you can see. So it is given this one start. The once it went here, right? It's taking the service status. After that, it's printed this value to your log file, right?
Why it is showing the older date, sir?
Huh?
Giving
Hold.
order date
Yes,
9/27.
yes, yes. It is why it is giving till now.
From
I
it is
have
taking.
I have not taken that whatever the value will be there for dollar date, it is displaying this value
Uh-huh.
only. But if you
Oh,
want current value, what you have to do, you have to declare dollar
get
date and
it.
you have to get date. And then you save into the current date in this variable and then you print this value. Then now I am directly doing. So before I what class I was taken, what value was saved here in this. So this value it is displaying. If you want current date, then what you have to do in the above, you can take this value here
You can mention get date, I guess.
and
Get date.
get date you can save the current value of the date, right?
Yeah.
So you will have it. So you can see the start the script execution, it's happened, right? Okay, one more thing I have to teach you, that's one I have. One more time I will just what I will do, I will go with one more time something I want to teach you here. I forget to explain you. I'm just stopping. Guys, this class is really confusion class. So please put your full effort into this class. Whatever I'm explaining, go and do the practice. So what happened? I stopped that all three things here. And this time I'm going to execute this script. Once this script is executed, I can see my services has been started successfully for all three services, right? But what about the log file? Once I will go and I will read the log file, it is printed sub value also into this. Once again, I have to just clear it. I think that time I have not clear. Okay, once again, one more time I have to show you this. I stopped this instance. I went here and I executed it. My log file was contained no detail at that time. Before that, when I'm going to open it, I see all value has been written here, right? Started the script means this all. So what you are seeing here, even it is started for three services, right? Three services. Detail has been given to only for two. Okay, detail has been given for all three services here, right? You can see here. This services also it is came. This services also, and what I want to print every detail it is given to here, like you can see here. Once it will went here, it is printed date started something like that. So you can see it is came here. Started the execution first, started the execution and is given the date, right? After that it printed dot 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 something like that. It's printed dot 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 something like that. After that you have printed here, making the automatic mode of this, and you given the dollar, this one means dollar, this value will be what will be there, it is going to print. So if you'll go to here, it is also correct mode, starting mode, and it is given 2012. So it is fine, right? Correct. Then again it is, once it will go for the next loop, then again it is printed three value for this loop, right? Once it is taken that default instance, so it is went and it is taken the default instance, right? Till here no doubt, right? What I am doing, just think it, this log file is already there in your path, and first time you have performed some operation and you kept and you went. Next month again this same request came to uh, perform sub operation of the some different server, right? Right. And you are, that time what happened, just think it, second time again request came, second time is next month again you are getting the same request. I'm just stopping it, this all three. And that time what you are going to do, you have again created your log, this where you have to pass that server name, you have given that all three server name here. After that you went here and you started this script. So this time also it is fine, there is no problem in this script, it is starting this successfully, right? It is starting everything successfully. But what about the log file? If I'm going to open, what I'm saying, it is appended the value, and that is not good, right? In the SQL Server also, once you are doing something, either it has to create the new log file or either it has to generate some value. Otherwise, here you ran first time. Now I have just started three value only, so it is little bit okay, you can manage. Thinking if you are putting hundreds of server in one time, or you want to, don't think I am going to stop the services, different kind of PowerShell work you are going to do. So what is going to happen, every time the value is going to be appended. This time I ran 2 times, so 2 times value come. Think it, if it is the 100 of software 100, and then next time it is going to become 200, and it's very confusion for you to check whether this what services is running what time, right? Because same file you can't read, right? So what I want to do, I want every time once my PowerShell script will execute, it will be cleared my old value, and new value only it has to write into the log file. That is only good, right? Correct? Tell me, guys. If this way my log file is generating, it is not good, right or wrong?
Yeah, it has happened.
If that value is going to append, either two way you can do. Either you can do my, it has to be generate my log file using the date convention. Every time whenever I will generate my log file, it has to give the current date at what which is the latest date when the script is executed. If I will execute 2 times my PowerShell, it has to generate a 2 time log file. Old will be also there, so you can go and you can check. Or otherwise, if you are generating into the single log file only, it has to clear that the old value and new value only it has to be right? Or otherwise, now I have not generated any error, nothing is there, but very simple thing, everything is working fine for me, it's very easy. But if it will contain the error information also, it's very difficult you to read if it is the 500 line or this much of big script, right? So my question is, now tell me what we can perform in this, so my log will be clear. So what I have to do this?
Either we need to remove older file or else we need to go for the date format.
So date format is fine. So older file, whether we have to delete or we have to clear this older file.
Yes.
You can do the both things. So you can write the logic. So delete the file. So if you have any name of this type of file, you delete the file and create the new file. That also you can do. Or otherwise, you can use clear the all data from this file, right? That also you will able to perform. Correct or wrong?
Yes.
So for that, there is something called clear content of this file. So I have to execute this above only, because if you are going to execute in this here, if you are thinking what is going to be happen, it is not going to give the proper result, because every time it will be rotate into the loop, every time it will going to be clear. See here, why I put in the top of that, you can see that if I'm going to take this value and I'm putting here, so what is going to be happen? What problem it is going to be happen here? First time, once it will rotate the loop, it is clear the data. Once it will rotate for the second time, it will be clear the old data, right? Getting or not? Okay, just I will show you then only. Without practical, it's very difficult to understand. So what result I will get into this if we are clear the log, if you are doing here? Nothing I have done, I just executed this script. My SQL services has started, no need of checking. But what about the status? It is giving the detail about just for only one server, or it is default instance also. But we have started 3 instances. Why it is not giving the result for first instance? Tell me. Anybody?
So it is already started?
No. All 3 I have stopped, no, for your. But result is coming just for 2. My log file is generating the 2 result only, 2 server only. Why it is not generating for first? See here, what happened? You have entered the 3 value, right? It is taken the first server name here, right? It's went here, it's found out I have to get inside this loop. What it's went, it is just clear the log. It has done from here in this, whatever old file was there, it is removed that. Then it's went, it is started, everything is written like your first server also. Then when it's taking the second server, again it's performing the same operation. So whatever first server data was written into the log, it is deleted, and second server instance name, whatever you are passing, that server detail, it is taken into this, right? Getting or not? Because you are writing into this loop and you have written the clear content. So first time what data it was taken, it is cleared, it is written here, right? Then second time what it was returning is deleting the old data. For the first server it will write, but when it will go for second server and it will be entered into this first server status, this is going to be deleted. correct? Because you have written the clear content. Getting or not?
Yes, got it.
Got it? So that's why. And this one, why it is given the result? Because once it is going for the second type of loop, I have not written here clear content. So that's why it is writing for this value. If I will add this also, so here clear content to here in this, if I'm going to add in this one anywhere, so what is going to happen? You will see the only one result, latest result only you will able to see. It is not appending the data. Getting or not? So for that, what I am doing, I am just putting this from here. I'm cutting from here. I am putting in the above of the loop. So one time it will be clear the my data, and continuously it will rotate 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Every time it is going to be append the value of this log file, right? Once it will into the second loop for default, that also it will append the value. Next time, after next month, once you are running this script, what it will do? It will be clear the all old value, which one you run the last month. Then again, if the log file is going to be clear, and again it will be append the 3 value, 4 value, 10 value, whatever you have given. So this one, no doubt, right? So this time, if we are going here, then I am just stopping that my all services, and this time I am going to execute this script. It is went here. It's trying to start the script. It is started. This time I will go here. I will see my all 3 value result has been displayed for the default instance also, for 2 named instance also. No doubt till here. Correct? Tell me, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to add few more thing into the. So whatever I have written for start, you start for stop. Got it? Got it, no? Okay, so I am going with the third version of my script. So I have taken 2. I am going with 3. What is the 3? It is there. Okay. So this time I am going and I have to check what is there. Okay, so this time what I am going to add, if your services in here, what it was there, so that even this thing, so this time just it is directly without checking your SQL Server services, whether it is running or stop, it is just writing the into the log file, right? Making into the automatic mode and starting the services, right? And after that it is went and it is just make your automatic mode and it is start the services. But I want in the log file to verify also. Once it will be start, it has to verify my services has been started, and then it has to write into the log file. Then only it is good. Like first day class, whenever I explain you, are you remember that? That time I was using direct service name only. This time I passed my server name as SQL Server, how it is taking. Getting or not? This time what I'm going to do, add, I'm adding. So if you'll go my next version, I have written here, what I have written, creating log file for stopping the services and disabling it. So what I have added here in this, till here no doubt, right? Till here no doubt. I am taking one if statement. If statement, what I'm doing to do, I'm checking my services is stopped or not. If it is stopped, it is going to display the result. Yes, it is stopped and disabled. Right? So this time in my log file, if you are seeing it, this services has been stopped. It is the meaning of this means that services is really it is stopped. For me, it is running. Just I will check. All 3 is running. So this time I'm going and I'm running this script. So you will see how my log file is going to be react. This time it is going to stop the services. So what happened now? If I will go to this my log file. So this time it is giving this services has stopped and disabled now. So if you are finding this value, means it is making sure that it is already checked, your services has been checked, then only it is going to be displayed here. So if your log file, if you are saying like this, because you have checked the condition only, right? You have checked the condition. If the services is stopped, then only you write into this. If it is not stopped, then it will not write, it will get out from loop. Same thing it is doing for your default instance also. So you understood? So we have added one more thing. It is stopping the services. Same thing I have written the script for starting the services. So we have went for 3, right? Fourth is starting the services. Same thing. It is for the starting. If I will go and if I will copy it, if I'm going to run, it is just for start the services. And here also I have added that if there I have checked running, stopped, here I am giving running. Here it is running, right? If I'm going to execute this, my all services will be go here and it will be start, right? It is started now. If I'll go and if I will read my log file, what my log file is content now here, it is giving services has been started in the automatic mode, started the execution, right? So everything it is services has started into the automatic mode. So once you are seeing this arrow line, because I am checking the condition here, right? So after condition, I am printing the value. So till here, no doubt, right? That script is just stopping. This script is for starting, and there is no difference. These two script, which one I have explained you now. Version 3 and
Rahul,
version 4. Yeah, tell me.
can you add one more file, like in case if the server not able to connect, so we need
Yes,
those details in separate file.
yes.
So
That
we
all
need to add.
day by day. Just it is not like one day only. You will understood all, right? So that also I will add. You will see my script whenever I will reach the version 17. So till here, what thing I have added, you can see stop the server services listed into the configuration file. We have completed this. Creating log file for starting the services in the automatic mode. This also we have done, right? Next one, we are going to creating the function to write into the log file. That one you will not understood. Once I will go for the practical, then only you will understand. Checking the log file if it is not available, that also is where we are making the wrong server name. If any wrong server name is there in your server you have given, that also it has to make the entry into the log file. Ping the server. If the server is not pingable, then also it has to be right into the log file. If the host name is wrong, it will not generate the log file. There is some error, so that error you are going to resolve this. After that, we are adding the try and catch to the error log file. If that server is clustered, do not start the services. And what you have to do, if the cluster is not start the services, and implement into the default instance. So that also you will able to see, and it will write into the log file also. SQL Server Services has started, message has to display into the screen. Once you will run this script, so that time it has to create the log file also, and it has to display the result also, right? So that also you will able to make the constant part, creating the log file, adding the timestamp, adding the transparency error. So what is your doubt? Your server name, it is this only, right? Pinging the server. So once I will go for version, this one, that time you will able to do how we are adding one more file. We not even one, we are going to generate 3 more file. One server is for the log file, one server if any server is cluster, next is if server we are not able to ping or it is not able to connect, right? Day by day you will
Yes, got
understood. Till here we are there into the version 3 only, 3 and 4 only, right? So once we will move for the next, then you will understood each and every programming. And this programming, whatever I am teaching you for the day 3, this one I will teach only one time. Now only I am telling you. In the all program, I can't teach you for this how to add the log file, how to ping the server. This all will be common for all. Get it? Because later I am going to write the programming what job is failed for the SQL server, right? For that, how to generate the log file, you go through this day 3 class. Getting or
got
not?
it.
I will not go to there again. I will implement. See, for one still I am writing only one program for stop and start the services. It is taken the 4, 5, 6 class. I cannot go for all. There I am going to explain you that logic, and remaining these things will be common for all, right?
Yes.
Right. So that's why I'm telling you this day 3 class will come for each and every class. Each and every script, this logic has to be implemented. I'm going for day 5 class now. So day 5. So now what we are going to do here, what we are going to learn. So see here, this is fine. We are added the log file. Just think now it is 3 times you have written it, script is created, date you have given, meeting in the automatic mode. But think it, if your script is doing performing multiple of work and your script is become 1,000 line of code, So each time you have to add this one, add content, add content, add content. Now only you will see this is the one line of script, very few lines of script. In that 6 line is content this also. So how much your script is going to be bigger, that much chance of getting error, right? And that much chance of modifying the error. If I am telling you to guys go and change this path, not in this, I want some G drive, my log file has to be generated. That time what you have to do, you have to change the 6 line, right? Why it is going? So you have to change the all 6 line, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? Here also 7 8. So one I will tell you guys, I want some different location for my log file. You have to do the code change into the 8 line, right or wrong? So that's why always we have to make our script very small, very less like code we have to write, right? Very less line we have to write into the code. My code should not, whatever I want I will write, that is not going to be happen. It should be very small, then only it is good, right or wrong? Correct. So now what we are going, these all are the all add content, whatever I am reading, writing here, I am making as a function for that. So whenever I require to write into the log file, what I will do, I will call my function. I will not directly, I will tell PowerShell to add content into that. I will call the function, and that function having the logic to add into the log file. Getting what I want to implement now, guys?
Yeah, got it, Rahul.
Okay, so what I am going to do, this is the add content. Just we'll see add content, and given here day 3 log status.log something. This is my log file, right? I will just clear my log file. So just see here what we are going to do here. I think 9:15. Okay, no problem. So this only script I will explain, and I will stop the class. Tomorrow again I will take your class. So what I'm going to do here, if you want to add the content, what you are doing, you have to pass the 2 value into this. One value is your location, in which file it has to write. Second thing, what you want to write. Correct? Correct? No? 2 things you are going to give into this. Correct? Guys, tell me, nobody is listening or what?
Yes, yes.
Once I executed, what happened? It is right into this log file, right? It is written into this log file. So what you understood? Add content will contain the 2 value, this value and this value. What we are going to do now, we are making this as a variable. So what will be happen? Anytime we will create one function. Okay, so first you see the function, how it is going to work. Here what we have taken, this line is leave it, this is not useful. What I am going to do, I have taken one variable. In this variable I save my path where my log file has to be generated. How to declare the function? I will write function, I will write the function name, right? Function name. And after that I want some parameter. Parameter means what? If I will give, so don't think like your function class has been started. I am going to take the separate class for the function. There I am going to explain you or advanced function, normal function. So but this is the very 2 lines of code, so easily you will understood how to declare the function. Guys, after 10 minutes you have to log in again. So here what happened, you will write function and you will write the function name. Here what I'm doing, I'm writing param, and I'm writing string, and I'm giving one variable. So what is this meaning of variable? Means you have to pass this value from outside. You will see once I will go to the practical. And after that I have written add content, same value, whatever it is there. I given the dollar, this value means this path it will take from here, and the value it will going to become your variable thing. That one you have to pass, right? If I'm going to execute this 2 line here, now my function has been created. This time if I want to call this function, what I have to write, I have to just go through log file. If I will put here, and I am going to give double slash, and I'm going to use, hey, this is me, just. So this time I am going to execute only this much of line. So what will happen? It will go and it will write into the log file. Well, log file means what is the name of this? Means server underscore services. So this one log file is generated. So you can see this is me. So whenever I want to call this function, I will not go to big program, add content, this. Directly I will write in the program log, right? Means this function name. If it is not there, also not need. This is also not there, no need. Because function has been created. Whatever I want, I will write this and directly I will call this function. And if I will execute this, what is going to happen? This is going right into this file, right? So this time I'm not going with the add content. I am just calling my function and performing this operation. So no doubt into this, how to create function and how we are passing the value. If you want to pass the value, you have to create the param function. So it is going to be variable. So what is the value? Once I will pass here, this name is 2 is same only. Add content means once you created the function, you are calling the function. You are calling means this function means automatically this value is taken from here. I have already given directly. And second value is only I make the variable. So what value I will pass? This value is not for this one. And once it will get this value here, automatically it will pass this value here. Got it? So same thing we are going to implement in our PowerShell script now.
Could you repeat log string, Rahul? I didn't get.
That log string is a predefined variable or how it works?
No, it is not predefined. See here.
Where we defined it?
Here,
how value will store? Which value it will be stored?
What it means?
Value, what value you are going to pass? See here. This is my function name, right? I have created function. I have given the log, right? This is my function name. What is function having? This function having two logic. What is the two logic I have created? Because I want, because real time, what is going to happen? What is the current situation of the server at like date, get date. So when your script will execute, it is not you will forcefully you are sending. This time, what will be happen? Just example. Here, whatever I am writing, that value it is taking, but some value it has to take from the server also, right? Like get date, just example. So what I am going to do here, I am making this is the value, no, which one you are passing, or from here only it is taking, right? Add content, see here above. Add content means this value is permanent only, right? Only this value is changing always for your script. Correct or wrong?
Yeah.
Add content, how it is working? Add content means in this file, you go and write this value. This only you are doing. This same program, this thing only I have written here.
Can you, I mean, when you run the last time, that function, it will be created and available to the session.
Yes.
Correct. So correct. In such case, can you comment that the 10th line and run the function?
This one you want to remove? I will remove it.
No, sir. Control Z.
Huh?
Only that function alone. In the function, 10th line is in 10th line. 10th line. Come into that and run the function.
So this is not going to, if I'm going to run this time, function is going to be changed now. So what happened
now? Sir, what will happen?
Wait, I have to remove this first because it is, because old file I have not clear. So this time you are telling I have run this function again, and I am going to give this line. If I'm going here, it is not write anything because that is not a variable now. It is not taking the value only from here. If you want, get it, no? Because that function.
My confusion is how we are passing value.
See here. Passing the value means, see here. So you told if I am going to commit this, and after that I created a function. If I'm going to call this function, what operation is going to perform? This is going to perform this operation. Correct? It is going to perform this operation, right? Understanding? No. Once I have executed this script, this time this is not. This is going to perform only this operation, right? This operation means this value it is taken from here because you have given it. But this value you have to pass. For that only you have to create one variable thing. What is my variable? And the second thing, how your function is taking the value, just go through it, just understood. So if I am going to run this script, just example, now if I'm going, I have executed this one, right? So what is going to happen? This function is created. Whenever I will call this function, inside this one is going to be executed. Getting or not?
Yes. Yes.
In this, it is going to be executed, means what this means, first this line will be executed. Whenever I will call this function, of course, first line this and second line this will execute, right or wrong? Correct?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
in this first line, this line is, I'm telling PowerShell, there is something variable, that name is dollar log string. And this value you have to take from the anywhere. Means either you insert or PowerShell will automatically, it will pick up that value. Correct? The meaning of this means para means it is the parameter. It is become the parameter, and you have to take the value. And after that, once it will go to the next line, add content, the same thing. What it will has to do, you have already declared this is the value of this, right? So automatically add content, PowerShell will understood I have to write into this. Once it will go for dollar log string, it will search for value what you have passed. Just example, this time I'm calling the log function, right? I'm calling my log function, and what I have given, I'm passing my value, passing my value. So this value is nothing but this value only, right? Because add content means this is going to be executed. This is whenever I have to call, so I have make one value as a variable, right? So this value only I'm passing this one. If I will run execute this, what is going to be happen? This value, it will be go to here, right? Because this is the variable. This value, whatever it is here, it will be passed in this. And this one is already, you know, this is this value. So real time, this is going to become in this case. I will show you. Real time, once ever you are calling your function. So function means it is executing this one, this one. Actually, real time, it is going to execute this, and this is going to become this one. Whenever you are calling the function, it is same as this, right? That's why it is going and it is writing into your log file, passing my value. Getting or not? If you have still doubt, you can ask me. Guys, if I want to anything else, I want to pass here in this. I'm writing direct dollar date, just example. If I'm going to execute this, what is going to happen? In this, it will go, it will be write the date. Correct?
It will append every time.
It is append every time.
Right, the
Rahul,
function
can
one.
you apply this function logic to above add content for like previously, which we did like starting services, something kind of